What's going on, guys? Caz Cray back with another Baltimore State Dynasty video. This time the Stallions heading to Mississippi to take on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Southern Miss is one of two teams in Conference USA that Baltimore State has never defeated, but the Stallions will look to rectify that this week as they coming into this game 5-1. Southern Miss is 1-5. So Baltimore State on paper should win this game, but as you know, that's why they play the game, right? Southern Miss currently at 1-2 in the conference. Baltimore State 3-0, currently undefeated in the conference. And they look to continue that as Southern Miss is missing two players. Yancey on defense with a torn groin won't play, and Kendall Bussey also won't play with a partially torn PCL, but Tez Parks will be available. As Baltimore State wins the toss, they kick it off, and we are underway. And Tez Parks just going to kneel it in the end zone, and out comes Keon Howard, who really struggled in the last game for the Golden Eagles. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 25 to start the game for Southern Miss, and the handoff to Tez Parks, and Parks able to fight forward up to about the 30-yard line, a 5-yard gain to start the game off. It's going to be a 2nd and 5 now. This time Howard in the pistol as he throws quickly, throwing it away, and he's not had a very good season at all. 7 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. And his completion percentage is well below 50 as he drops back on 3rd and 5, and he completes it to Hill. And Andrew Hill gets a 5-yard gain and just enough for a 1st down. And Southern Miss, a very high-tempo offense. Baltimore State faces a lot of those. So they'll dump it off to Hill this time, but Hill goes absolutely nowhere. Nordley Ford comes up to make the stop for a 2-yard loss. That brings up a 2nd and 12. Howard in the shotgun. He'll drop back. And he's going to throw right side, and it's completed. And that's Latrell Bumpus for a 5-yard gain. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6. Howard out of the pistol. He drops back, fires over the middle, and he finds Jordan Mitchell, breaks a few tackles, and then Demrick Cole finally brings him down at the 33-yard line. But a 28-yard gain is going to put Southern Miss in a great position to score. As we have a 1st and 10. They throw another screen, this time to Robertson. But Brad Brown able to tackle him, although Corey Robertson was able to get a few yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Howard going to hand it off to Parks. Parks breaks a tackle, and he's able to get a 1st down. I don't know how he was able to shake Kevin Hodges, but somehow, some way, he's able to power forward for a 1st. Now we have a 2nd and 10. Another screen, this time to Andrew Hill again. And Kegler able to make the stop after a 7-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. As Southern Miss continues with the up-tempo. And a read option. Howard dodges Cole, breaks another tackle, and he's finally brought down after a 5-yard gain. And now Southern Miss has 1st and goal to go. Now it's 2nd and goal. And Howard drops back. He's going to scramble, but he's stopped from behind, but he's able to break another tackle, gets 3 yards on the play. Now it's going to be a 3rd and goal. Howard back to pass. Yes, Simon is swatted at the line, incomplete. So Southern Miss gonna have to settle for a field goal. And they're pretty close, and this looks like a chip shot, and it goes right through the middle. Southern Miss takes an early 3-0 lead as we go to a studio update. And Washington falls yet again, this time to Cal. 27-20 is your final. And another action, LSU defeated Texas A&M, Penn State beat Rutgers, and UTSA was able to beat Rice 24-17. So now Baltimore State football, they're going to start the drive from the 29. Here's Franklin Jones back to pass out of the I formation. Over the middle, and he finds Josh Seymour, the running back. Seymour able to get 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Again in the I formation, 2 receivers tight. Jones going to drop back. He has time, throws left side, and it's swatted away. Walden Davis just couldn't keep his hands on it, but it'll be an incompletion. That brings up a 3rd and 3. And Jones had his shotgun, run the read option as he's done so many times this year. Jones not very fast, but he's able to take advantage of the read option pretty well as he gets the 1st down. Baltimore State in the strong eye on 1st and 10. Seymour gets his 1st carry of the game, and it's good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 4. So Baltimore State in a weak eye this time. And Jones will fake it to Reed, who checks into the game, and he finds Shelton Bentley with an 8-yard gain and a 1st down on the catch. Bentley's role has really been reduced as Rayshon Griffin is the starting tight end now, but now 1st and 10. Jones going to throw left side. Caught by Griffin. Speak of the devil, a 9-yard gain. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Baltimore State in the shotgun now as Jones going to hand it off to Seymour. Seymour had to cut inside, but he's able to get about 6 yards and a new set of downs. And just under the 3-minute mark now, Baltimore State in the I formation, 1st and 10. Jones rolling out, and he's going to throw deep to the right side, and he finds Javier Harewood for the touchdown, a 28-yard touchdown catch as Franklin Jones throws a dot to Javier Harewood. Harewood in the right spot, able to break off his route and make an easy catch, and Baltimore State takes a 7-0 lead. So now Southern Miss football as they come out on the 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left side. Here's Howard, throws left side to Bumpus, and Bumpus breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. He's up the left sideline, and he's finally brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
And it's going to be a clip on Southern Miss, so that game's going to be negated, but still, Baltimore State's defense just completely broke down in tackling form. And now another penalty against Southern Miss. This one's going to be a false start. And now it's going to be a 1st and 24. Now we go to 2nd and 24. And here's Howard back to pass. He's going to throw left side, and it's intercepted by Taquan Clay. Clay up the right sideline, and he's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line. And I don't know where Howard was going with that, but now that we've finally really seen him play against this Baltimore State defense, you can kind of see why he's struggling. I mean, that was just an awful pass. Now 3rd and goal for Baltimore State. Jones back to pass, throws left side to the end zone and nearly intercepted by Walton Davis again. But incomplete, and it's going to be a field goal for Baltimore State, so a 10-3 ball game now. 1st and 10, Howard hands it off to Parks, up the middle, and Tez Parks just shy of midfield up to the 43-yard line. New set of downs. Now we have a 2nd and 10. Howard in the shotgun against this nickel look, and Howard throws over the middle to Hill, and Hill able to fight forward for a 1st down. Baltimore State's secondary really broke down over the middle, and Hill was able to find the soft spot, make the catch. So now we have a 1st and 10. A throw by Howard, and he's intercepted. Brad Brown with the interception. And not only was that a bad throw to give Howard his 2nd interception of the game, but I don't know why they're running a fade when they're not even close to the end zone or the red zone. But I'm not the one calling plays for Southern Miss, so I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, Baltimore State football now, 3rd and 10. Jones back to pass. He's going to throw quickly to Jadarius Duncan on the left side. Duncan brought down just before midfield, a 16-yard gain and a 1st down. And running verts against the cover 3, you know somebody's going to be open, and that just so happened to be Duncan. And that's going to bring it into the 1st quarter. Baltimore State with a 10-3 lead. And we'll be back with the 2nd quarter of football in just a moment. Baltimore State in Southern Miss territory as we begin in the 2nd quarter. Here's the handoff to Seymour up the right side, and Seymour able to get across the 40-yard line, an 8-yard gain and a 1st down. And Seymour not putting up huge numbers, not really meeting Baltimore State expectations, but he's doing pretty well so far this season as Harewood able to make the catch over the middle of the field for 8 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Jones with the play fake and a wide open Rashawn Griffin over the middle. And Griffin up to the 20-yard line, a 10-yard gain. And Baltimore State at the edge of the red zone now, 1st and 10. Miles Reed checks in, and he gets the carry, and he's going to get about 6 yards on the play, bringing up his 2nd and 4. And Jones in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left side against a nickel look. Here's Jones. And Griffin wide open again, and he makes the catch and gets the 1st down up to the 6-yard line. And now Baltimore State looking to make this a 2-possession game. 1st and goal, handoff right side to Seymour. He has space. Can he get to the end zone? Can't beat him to the corner. Gets 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 2 now. Jones in the I formation, and he gets sacked immediately. Just did not get rid of the ball in time, and Sherrod Ruff able to get there for the sack. That's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. Jones back to pass. He's going to try to scramble, dumps it off to Seymour, and Seymour short of the end zone by 2 yards, and Baltimore State will have to kick a field goal again. 13-3 is your score. Now a 3rd and 5 for Southern Miss. Howard back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's brought down for the sack. Tried to scramble away, but Russell Sands was not having any of that. And Southern Miss punts it away. Now a 2nd and 10 for Baltimore State. Jones rolls out right and just misses Duncan, thrown across his body. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the left side. Here's Jones. Back to pass. And he finds Johnson to the left side. Aldrin Johnson making his 2nd catch of the game. And that is good for a 1st down. Baltimore State again in Southern Miss territory. Here's the 1st and 10. And some read option. They hand it up to Seymour this time. And Seymour gets the 1st down. 12-yard gain right up the middle. And he's up to 8 carries for 38 yards. Now 2nd and 8 for Baltimore State. Jones on play action, and he's under pressure, brought down for a sack. Jones never had a chance to get that away. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 16 for Baltimore State. Jones in the shotgun, and looks like he's just going to throw a screen to Seymour. And Seymour caught from behind after a 1-yard gain. And Baltimore State will have to punt it away now. As we head to the half, Baltimore State up 13-3 as we head into halftime. Honestly, guys, Baltimore State should probably be up by more than 10 right now, but offensive inconsistency has really just killed them, as it has all season. But the defense holding up their end of the bargain right now, and that's the reason Southern Miss only has 3 points on the board right now, as Baltimore State gets the ball to start the 2nd half. And Jones on the play fake, and he's under pressure, gets it away to Griffin quickly, and Griffin able to break a tackle, and he has the 1st down. Gutsy run after the catch by Griffin. Up to 4 catches, 38 yards now. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Baltimore State. There's a read option, and Seymour spins and they're able to get about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Jones in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left side as he drops back, and he gets it away to Duncan. And Jadarius Duncan up to about the 46-yard line. New set of downs. Now we have a 2nd and 10. Read option. Jones going to pitch out the receiver, Duncan. Here's Jadarius Duncan up the left side, and he's going to get up to the 31-yard line. A very crafty play by Baltimore State as Jones fakes the read option, and it turns into an option with the receiver. And Duncan able to get it up to the 31-yard line. Now 1st and 10 from the 31. Jones on a play fake, rolls right. And he has time. He buys himself time. He's going to run himself, actually. And Jones steps out of bounds just across the 1st down marker. Again, he's not very fast, but he's a smart runner. And sometimes that makes up for not having speed. Now 3rd and 17, Jones hit as he throws, and it's nearly intercepted again. And Franklin Jones took a shot in that play, and he is down. He has not gotten up, and he's going to leave this football game, head to the locker room as Phil Hayden able to make the field goal to make it a 16-3 game. But if Franklin Jones can't return to this game, that's going to be tough on a Baltimore State offense that's already been struggling this season, as Parks gets a 7-yard gain on 1st down. Brings up a 2nd and 3. Southern Miss continuing their high-tempo offense as Howard on the play fake on the read option, and he's able to get the 1st down up to about the 43-yard line, an 11-yard gain in the play. Howard only has 7 yards on 6 carries, but he's been sacked a few times as well. So 2nd and 3, handoff to Parks. Hodges had him dead to rights, couldn't bring him down. Kegler couldn't bring him down either, but Muhammad finally comes up to bring Parks down. And Parks gets across midfield, and we just got an update on Franklin Jones. He's going to be out with a concussion, could not pass a concussion protocol. He won't return. And Howard nearly throws his 3rd interception of the game, but Deontay Muhammad couldn't hold on to it. Now we have a 3rd and 10. Howard back to pass. And he breaks the tackle. He's going to throw it. And what a catch over the right side by Corey Robertson for the touchdown, as he just beats Brad Brown for this one. And at 6'5", there's no reason Brown shouldn't have come down on this football. He was just out of position. And Corey Robertson took full advantage of that for the touchdown. So Southern Miss now down 6. A 1-possession game yet again, and in comes Nico Riles, the backup quarterback, the redshirt senior, and his first pass of the game over the middle to Duncan for 10 yards. It's going to be his 2nd and inches. Now Riles, a little background on him, he's a much faster quarterback than Franklin Jones, as Seymour is able to get the 1st down. Riles not the polished passer that Jones is, but he's definitely very athletic and can throw the football pretty well, like right there to Seymour. But he's more of a short passer, and Seymour is now out of the game as well. So this offense just lost their starting quarterback, and now the starting running back goes down. In comes Miles Reed on 1st and 10, gets the carry to the left side. And Reed able to get about 6 yards, and that's the big difference between Seymour and Reed. Seymour's a speed back, but Reed's more of a power back, and he's much better between the tackles as Riles drops back on 2nd and 4. His pass is tipped into the air, incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now. Riles back to pass. Pressure's coming, but he gets it out to Johnson, who breaks open. 7-yard gain in the first down, up to about the 33-yard line. So now we have a 1st and 10. Baltimore State in the I formation. Riles going to hand it off to Reed. Reed trying to break outside, cuts back inside, and he's able to fight forward for another 1st down. An 11-yard gain. Riles not really a fast running back, but he can elude defenders from time to time, and he does it right there. So now 1st and 15 after a false start. Reed up the left side. Able to get across the 20, and 8-yard gain in the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Now Riles in the shotgun. CJ Chick checks into the game. And Riles scrambles, throws it quickly right side to Harewood, and Harewood makes the catch. And now it's going to be a 1st and goal for Baltimore State as we end the 3rd quarter. Baltimore State with a slim 16-10 lead. And I'll give you guys an update on Josh Seymour's status when we return for the 4th quarter. Josh Seymour has a back injury. He will not return, and he could be out a few weeks now. 2nd and goal for Baltimore State as Reed takes it up the left side. First play of the 4th quarter is a touchdown for Miles Reed, the backup running back. Baltimore State went for 2 and converted it, so now it's a 24-10 lead for the Stallions as Howard drops back. He's going to try to scramble, and he's brought down for a sack. Kevin Hodges on the sack. 5-yard loss is going to be a 2nd and 15 now. Howard out in the shotgun. He drops back. And he ran at a time, brought down by Russell Sands. Howard just held onto the ball way too long, and Sands able to get there for the sack. Baltimore State's defense has just been really persistent getting after Howard in this one. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 22. They're just going to throw the screen. There's Parks. Parks taking it up the left side, and Muhammad able to push him out of bounds after an 8-yard gain, well short of the 1st down, and Southern Miss will have to punt it away. Now 3rd and 5 for Baltimore State. Here's Riles. Quick throw to the right side to Duncan, and Duncan gets up to the 45-yard line. Baltimore State again in Southern Miss territory now. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the left side. Here's Riles. Gets it to another wide open Rayshon Griffin. Baltimore State has run this play so many times in this game, and Southern Miss has yet to catch on to it. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 3. Riles under pressure, gets it away, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Reed, but not even close to him on that one. And Baltimore State going to go for it on 4th and 3 now. Riles in the shotgun. He drops back. Southern Miss comes with the rush. Riles scrambles, and he might try to run this, and he does. And he's brought down across the 20-yard line. A new set of downs. Now Baltimore State has a 3rd and 13, and they're going to pitch it to Reed, and Reed goes nowhere, losing 2 on the play. That brings up a 4th and 15, and Baltimore State actually going to go for it now. They're not trying to give it back to Southern Miss as Riles, I don't know what he was doing, but the ball just fell out of his hands, and Southern Miss able to recover it. I don't know what happened there. I think the ball just slipped out of his hands or something. At any rate, Southern Miss has new life now. 2 minutes to go, down 2 scores. They can definitely come back. But Howard going to be brought down for a sack. Lynn Collier got there, bringing him down for a loss of 8. And Southern Miss actually punched the ball away for some reason. But now Baltimore State football as Miles Reed takes it up the middle, and he's brought down by his face mask. And Southern Miss not really helping their own case right now with these penalties. And that's going to be against Chris Davis, the right end. Would have been a 9-yard gain anyways, but turns into a 24-yard gain essentially. Now 2nd and 10, handoff to Reed, left side. Reed able to get the 1st down, and that's pretty much your ball game now. Although Baltimore State now a 1st and 10. Southern Miss only has 1 timeout remaining. Handoff left side to Reed. Reed takes it up the left side, but he goes out of bounds. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Now it's going to be a 2nd and inches. Handoff to Reed on the read option. And Reed able to get the first down. And that's ball game. Baltimore State wins this one 24-10 as they get their first ever victory over Southern Miss in a game where I feel like they're really underachieved, but it was good enough to get the victory, and that's all that really matters. Philip Hayden, the kicker, was actually the player of the game. But Baltimore State didn't really make enough plays on offense for me to really feel comfortable about them going forward. But defensively, outside of that one pass over Brad Brown that they scored on, the defense pretty much held up for the most part. Nico Riles and Miles Reed played really well in relief of Franklin Jones and Josh Seymour respectively. But you got to worry about the health of Jones and Seymour going forward. Jones obviously has to go through concussion protocol, so I don't know if he'll be available for next week. Josh Seymour is going to be out for next week at least. I'm told his injury isn't serious to his back, but it is the type of injury where it's going to take a few weeks to heal up. And I don't think Charles McCray is going to play around with his health. I think he's going to sit this one out next week at least and just kind of go week by week with him. But overall, the defense played really well, and the offense played well at times. They just have to be more consistent. Next up, we have Old Dominion. I'll talk more about them when I drop the preview/highlight video next week. But I will say right now, they are kind of a dark horse to come out of the East in Conference USA. But we'll have to see how good they really are next week. They're 3-3 heading into this week. I don't know if they won or lost this week or even had a game. But we'll figure all that out when we come to it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button. Obviously, hit the like button as well. And hit that bell. Be a part of the notification gang. This is Caz Cray signing off. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. And I'm out of here. Deuces.